Firehouse Subs. We got the oatmeal raisin cookies as fresh as they can be, but there was a big Halloween skeleton blocking the bathroom.
They have the Freestyle soda machine where I can have grape Diet Coke, and they also have steam meat sandwiches that have no flavor and made me sad.
The Firehouse decor gave them on-point theming, but their hot sauce bar could use a good wipe down. In the competitive landscape of fast casual sandwich establishments, can Firehouse Subs extinguish any doubt that they're alarmingly good, or are they hosed? I'm burning with desire to find out, so let's slide down this pole together. Dalmatian. This is the Fine Dining Podcast.
Your table is ready. Take a seat. The flavor of the day is mediocrity. Wouldn't you like to try a bite? Guarantee it'll be the perfect bite. Fine dining. Better than you thought, worse than you hoped. Fine dining. We don't treat mediocre as a joke. Ranking every single place we've been. Compare it to the perfect 5 out of 10.
Hello, and welcome back to Fine Dining, the quest to compare all restaurants to Chili's. I am your host, Michael Ornelas, and this is the show where I'm using the Chili's test to see if other restaurants are good or not good by comparison. Why Chili's? Because it's right in the middle, baby. They're the only restaurant to score exactly 5.00 out of 10 on this illustrious journey known as fine dining, so they are the threshold between good and not good. And by the end of this episode, we will be able to answer the question that everyone was wondering after JR was shot on Dallas. Is Firehouse Subs better than Chili's? You tell me in the comments what you think. We're going to break down our lunch there today into what was good about it, what was not good, and what was just there before giving Firehouse Subs a score at the end of the episode. Joining me today to discuss Firehouse Subs is an Emmy Award winner whose podcast, On Brand with Jon and Marisa, is a hilarious look into all our favorite brands. He's in the Fine Dining Two-Timers Club, and he's the human being equivalent of finding a $20 bill in a pair of shorts you haven't worn in a while. It's Jon Glover.
Thank you. All of those things are true. Thanks for saying what I told you to say.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I want people to think of me as found money.
It was a tight script.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, if you could rehearse this, I'd appreciate it.
You know what I'd almost rather be than finding a $20 bill in your pocket? Being a pressed penny you found in your pocket. Because it's not only going to remind you of like, wow, he is a little treasure, but like, do you remember that time we went to Disneyland? It like brings back so many memories.
Oh, a pressed penny. I was like, what's so that the souvenir ones were...
How do you not know what a pressed
I don't know it as that term. I know the concept of it, but I didn't know they were called pressed pennies.
I collect pressed pennies. I keep them in a book, and it's like little souvenir. It is the easiest and cheapest souvenir you can get.
They were always right next to like the wax dinosaur things that you could get made, but like the same kind of cranking device.
Yeah, unless you go to Disneyland, who's taken away the crank. Yeah. Because they do everything. They make everything bad.
We should be able to crank at Disneyland.
I definitely would like to crank at Disneyland. Now you just put in $1 and hit a button, and you don't even put a penny in anymore. They just provide the penny. They've made it soulless. What was so fun about it is you had to like crank it to get it to the picture you wanted, put in 50 cents, put in your cleanest, shiniest penny, and then crank it all the way around, and you hear the tink, 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 and then you get the thing.
Yeah. No, it was always delightful. I had a few when I was a child, and then, yeah, they kind of just started disappearing, and that's a bummer.
They're hard to find, but there is a website that tells you where they all are, even though a lot of them aren't actually there, and a lot are broken.
But you are like one of those in my pocket. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be in the Two-Timer Club.
I mean, I guess technically it's the Four-Timers Club because you've done 2-part episodes.
That's true. It's kind of like Grindr. It's like you do it once and you're like, maybe we'll hang out again. But then like you don't hear from them right away. And then like a year and a half later, they get horny enough for you. They're like, let's hit them up. And yeah, I'm free. And here we are.
You could literally not have described my mindset more accurately. I was horny to have you back on the show. It was like, we got to talk about big buff firemen.
People always think they don't want me back, but everyone eventually gets horny enough for a little G-love.
Awesome. Well, we're just going to get into it. We're going to talk about all the things that were good about our meal at Firehouse Subs.
This is good, done like it should be. The stuff that's finger licking, a stick in the landing. This is good, I knew that you could.
I think you and I are different in that.
In every way. Everything that we've said today, we are different in every way humanly possible. I love extra ice. You hate ice altogether. I like cold subs. You like hot subs. There was several other ways. I wish I could remember them all. But
Go on.
I'm trying to remember that we're just different in every way.
Yeah. I
like dongs. You like tacos.
I like how we're going like obscene thing and then food equivalent.
Well, I kept it food related for you. I like hot dogs. You like
Oh, I heard dongs.
Well, I did say dong, but I cleaned it up just now.
Hot dongs.
Hot dongs.
Yeah, the good is the longest segment for me.
Okay, good. That's great. That means you're positive.
But that said, there was only one food item in there. To be fair, all right, this is the lightest I've eaten on a podcast meal.
Okay.
I only had 3 things the entire meal.
I will say
I had a drink, a cookie, and a sandwich.
You had a soda, an oatmeal cookie, and a meatball sub.
Yeah.
And I had the Italian sub, the cookie, and a soda. Last time you had me on, I had the Costco chicken bake. So I've now done this twice, and you've spent maybe $17 on my food.
Yeah.
Now, actually, today was more expensive because of inflation, though.
Yeah. Well, that counts. I still paid it.
I guess. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So we're $37 into... No, we're... Okay, whatever.
How many dollars of food have you gotten me?
I don't... None.
Yeah.
I'll get you a gift card.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For $37 specifically.
I just like free stuff. Next time I want like I want a place where we have to order, like sit down. I want a waiter.
All right. Morton's.
Sure.
Yeah,
yes.
That's a joke.
No, that sounds great. Thank you. That's canon. Go on. All right. I won't do that anymore.
Yeah. Thank you. If you want Morton's, we're not doing the go on, wave me away.
I could tell that was really scratching your
soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as the good goes, I think because I have more, I want to ask you, what was good about this experience to you? Name one thing that categorizes that way.
Best thing, parking. I got a spot right out front. Great.
That's so happenstance.
That's LA, baby. You don't always get great parking. Great parking. I thought the restaurant was clean. I thought the employees were very friendly and nice.
Yeah,
and
let's talk about the employees for a little bit.
It was like 3 boys, and you could tell they seemed to like where they worked. And they, immediately was like, if you have any questions, are you sandwich virgins? I don't know if that's what they called us, but that's what I heard. You guys are just a couple of Sammy virgins. And we're like, yeah, we don't know what's going on, Daddy. And then they like helped us out and walked us through the process. And then...
Can I admit something?
Yeah.
I tipped him off. I went in before you had got there. And I was like, I'm going to take some video footage to put into the YouTube episode.
Oh.
And to not look like a crazy person, I said, hey, don't mind me. I'm just capturing some video. I'm doing a podcast on you guys.
Oh.
So I think by the time you had walked in, they were like, best behavior, best foot forward.
So you're the daddy. You whip them into shape.
Yeah.
You're like, you be on your best behavior, boy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Fair enough.
I was like, we're trying to impress someone here today.
I wish people did that right before anywhere I went, because it was nice. It's always nice to encounter people that seem to be happy with where they're at and want to help you. I feel like it's a rare occurrence these days.
I will say, when I walked in before I tipped them off, they were already like, hey, welcome to Firehouse Subs. If you need anything, let us know. And then I kind of tipped them off. So it was like the energy didn't change.
Okay.
But if it was going to, I think I eliminated the possibility of it going south because they were they knew they were going to be talked about.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, they were nice, and there was nobody there. I mean, to be fair, we had to eat pretty early for scheduling reasons. So it was like 10:50 when we were in there which isn't necessarily too early for lunch. McDonald's switches to lunch at 10:30. So it's not unheard of. For me, it feels a little crazy to get like a big Italian sub at 10:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
But that probably explains why there weren't that many people there. It is in an area where I could see them being very busy at lunch.
Yeah. And a lot of the Yelp reviews that I kind of sifted through mentioned how slow the service is. It sounds like they get a lot of to-go orders that kind of clog up the people who are going in person.
Yeah, I do think that is a problem with today's restaurant businesses. Everyone is now able to order on the mobile apps and get stuff to go, but I don't think that they're hiring people to take care of just to-go stuff. It's the same people that have to deal with the in-house stuff to make the to-go
from
stuff.
somewhere else. Yeah,
someone always gets left behind.
Yeah. But they were very kind. They were very accommodating to kind of every little adjustment. You had a few. It's funny. You were like, oh, you have your no cheese neuroses, your neuro cheese.
That's a good one.
Great joke.
You can have that.
Great. No, I don't want it.
You should have. Do you still do that? Because last time I was here, it was like a big thing for you. We can't say the word cheese, right?
Oh, it got bleeped.
Right.
I'm a bastion of free speech now.
Oh.
You can say cheese. I'm growing as a human.
Good.
I still won't consume it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, if your first time to eat cheese was going to be anywhere, don't let it be there. The cheese was very bland and it was not high quality cheese.
But then you went on to be like, no onions, no tomatoes, mayo on the side, no lettuce.
I'm not receiving this. I went in, sir. They are a hot sub place. That is what they're for. They're like Quiznos, hot sub place. I don't love usually a hot sub. Quiznos, unless I'm remembering incorrectly, would like put all the things on the sandwich and then run it through their little heater. So it was like you got hot lettuce, you got hot everything. So I was concerned. So I just said, hey, you're a hot sub place. What's on the sandwich before it gets hot, heated? And he said just the meat and cheese and whatever, normal things. So it seemed fine. The other thing you have to know about me going into this, I have a very small appetite. I know it may not look like it, but I just do. I get very full very fast. And so I usually take most of my food home. So there's certain things I just won't get on a sandwich because they won't hold up for hours. Mayonnaise being one of them. So I already don't, this is so long, so boring, but I don't ever get tomatoes on a sandwich. I rarely get onions. If it's going to linger, I don't get lettuce because it wilts, and I won't get mayonnaise or ketchup. Ketchup wouldn't be on this.
But you do see how the approach to that is as neurotic as me just not liking cheese, right?
No.
Okay.
Not liking cheese is psychotic.
I am psychotic. I'm not even going to push back on that.
Wait, are we still talking about things I liked? It was clean.
Yeah.
It had a theme.
I actually, not only was it clean, I thought like the decor choices, like colors popped really well. Like I thought this was like an aesthetically very nice place to be. Like when I mentioned that it kind of reminded me of a studio Backlot, it kind of brought me a little sense of like nostalgia in that way.
Right. It felt like a little fireman museum. There was like a
lot of axes on the wall.
There was axes on the wall. There was like fire extinguishers on the wall. 3 coats hanging up. There was 2 policemen that came to eat who I never saw them come in, but they came out of the bathroom after we'd been there for 20 minutes, unless I just missed them going into the bathroom.
Yeah.
I assume they had just hooked
up. They
up.
both had IBS.
Maybe then. See, you see them as having IBS. I assume they hooked up. They did something in that bathroom for longer than expected.
And then they left through the bathroom.
And what did they do? They found your credit card on the ground and returned it.
Yeah.
If that had been a normal, you never would have seen that card again.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
You don't think?
No.
I think a lot of people would have stolen that card.
Yeah. The manager or whoever it was, the guy in charge brought it over and was like, thanks for the spending spree.
He probably did buy himself a sandwich. You should check your statement.
What I'm expecting to see on there is Firehouse, so it would check out.
It's the perfect crime.
It's the perfect crime. Yeah, and then there's like a big mural. You had mentioned that they had the pickle bucket in the mural, and I'm like, ooh, that's like brandception. Like they
had your pickle bucket, so you can buy these used pickle buckets for $3. They had it in the mural, but you could barely see the branding on it, but you knew what it was. And I will say, I liked the mural. It said that it was North Hollywood, or I think it said NoHo, which is the slang for North Hollywood. I do like a place that celebrates the neighborhood you're in. This past weekend, I went to Home Goods and TJ Maxx and La Cañada, and they both said, like on the sign in the store, like, welcome to La Cañada.
The pride of La Cañada.
Yeah, I like it when they're proud of their little neighborhood or they personalize it in some little way.
Yeah. Applebee's does that, I think, quite a bit.
Do they?
I mean, they say like they're your neighborhood Applebee's, right?
I didn't realize that.
And I know that the one, I want to say it's like in Winnetka or something like that I went to a couple years ago. They had very heavy like the Valley theming. And it was like listing like Canoga Park, Winnetka, like all these places in that area that they were like repping.
I like that. Trader Joe's is good about that too, at least the one by me. All the cash registers are named after a street in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
So you can go to like your street, which I don't because I always have fewer than 12 items. So I go to the smaller street.
I also love naming cash registers.
Or the line, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
okay.
you go stand like the line. That's my
Okay.
street. Oh, I just told them where I live. Scratch that. Hollywood Boulevard.
And what are the numbers on your house?
6969.
I thought that the pickle bucket is actually a cool idea because this is something you could use very practically. I saw a Reddit post of someone who was like, oh, I'm doing like a bucket garden. And, you know, they're like planting little trees in here or whatever.
You can always find a use for a bucket.
It's a good bucket.
Home Depot, Lowe's, they all sell their branded buckets. Probably more expensive than $3 though. This
It's got my favorite warning label on the side. The one of like a child can drown in here.
Wow, I've never seen that.
It's like if you fill this up
Child
with
in
water,
bucket.
if you fill this up with water, a child might lean in and get a little too top heavy.
Yeah.
And I don't love children drowning, but I love
You don't?
I love the art on these warning labels. I think that's what it is. It just it tickles me that someone was like, hey, you know, this really morbid thing that could happen? Here's an approximation of what that would look like.
Simplest form. Yeah, warning graphics are pretty great. This lid doesn't seem the best, but I mean, it seems pretty tight.
Do we want to crack it open and smell like how
I'll
awful?
smell the pickle bucket.
Let's smell the pickle bucket. What a sentence. That is definitely a pickle bucket. Oh my God. That is a whiff. That is a big old
I felt
whiff.
it in the back of my throat. It's like an intense, like when I was young, collecting scratch and sniff stickers was a thing. And there was a dill pickle one. It's like an extreme version of that.
Yeah. So between pressed pennies and collecting
Scratch and sniff stickers, I
sniff.
collect a lot of things.
What era? When were you a kid?
80s?
That checks out. But yeah, I do like the idea of instead of just a donation, you get something for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really cool. And I feel like that's not that common. It's usually just like a gimme.
Yeah.
Put your dollar bill in this coin. Or
We'll
in
do
this jar.
something with it. You'll never see it, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I definitely like to get something if I'm going to give something.
I had the oatmeal cookie in the good. I actually really enjoyed this cookie.
I enjoyed it. I didn't see it, but I'm a little spoiled because I very recently, within the last week, got some white chocolate cookies from Aldi. And I love a soft cookie. And these were almost like, they're so soft. I may go there after I leave here today because I'm not always over here. And it was almost like, it's like almost dough. And so I'm really spoiled on that right now. And I don't know that I'd want that in an oatmeal cookie quite as much, but I do like them a little softer. It had a little more crisp than I liked, but it was fine. More raisins than I need to.
We got them like, they had the ones pre-packed at the register and they're like, oh, we actually just pulled a batch out. And it's like, well, we'll take it the best that you could be giving it to us.
That was the best that cookie could get.
I liked it quite a bit. I went 8 out of 10 on that cookie.
I should have given you mine.
Yeah, you still could.
It's right there.
It's
in that box. Next to a pickle.
I'm okay. Did you have a score for it?
I'll give the cookie 6 seems mean. 7 seems generous. A 6.5.
Great. Yeah, I think that categorizes as good. It's over 6. It's over average, you know?
Yeah.
And then lastly, I had a tropical cherry limeade.
Oh, you did get that.
I did get that, and I thought it was refreshing. It wasn't too syrupy, which is usually a thing that you run the risk with a cherry limeade. It just tastes kind of like that corn syrup or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry was about half of the flavor profile. The other half was like vague citrus, but it was pretty good. I went 7 out of 10 on that lemonade or limeade.
But that was out of the Freestyle also.
Yeah.
See, I think any lemonade or limeade that comes out of the Freestyle, it has like a weird, it gives me like a little scratch in my throat. For lemonades and limeades, I want them to be like in their individual, like weird frothy blendery machine thing that they have at some restaurants. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The spinner.
Yeah. Because I'll get like the Minute Maid lemonade in the Freestyle, and it's just not my favorite. I went with the Minute Maid they have like fruit punches and stuff. But in the Freestyle, they have just random like Minute Maid grape drink, orange, like when you're a kid, like at a soccer game. And I got the grape drink, and I'm a big fan of like artificial grape. And I'll give that an 8.8.
An 8.8.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there anything else in the good for you? Like, I do have the decor, I do have the service and the cookie and the drink. So most of it, honestly, in the good for me.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very fine experience.
Yeah. It was like Rotten Tomatoes, to where it's like something can be fresh without being highly rated.
Yeah.
Like, things can keep scoring like a 7 out of 10 and have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right. It's kind of like the stock photo version of a restaurant. Like, it looked like how a restaurant should look, with the smiling people and the food. But I could take a much cooler picture of a restaurant myself.
Yeah.
But in a pinch, I would just get a stock photo.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
Thank you.
It's very abstract but direct.
Right.
You know?
Get you there.
So, yeah, that's all the good for me. That's all the good for you.
Sure.
All right.
I did hook up with the fireman. I don't know if you know that. That goes in the great for me.
Okay.
When I left for those 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was okay. No, that's all the good for me.
Great. We're going to talk about all the things now that were not good.
This is not so good. I'm not quite sure about it. Could have done without it. The stuff that brings down the mood. This is just not very good.
I don't have a lot. There was a huge box blocking one of the bathrooms, which is not good in an objective sense, but subjectively, I got some enjoyment out of it. I thought it was silly. And then you noticed on the box, I think this is a giant skeleton.
It said like 25-inch skelly something.
No, 12-foot skelly.
12-foot skelly.
From Home Depot.
If you see that out on their sidewalk in the next month, and listen, they had 3 bathrooms, I think, right? Or 2. And one was blocked. Only one was available. Okay. When you get shipments, sometimes things get blocked. There was definitely no urgency in moving that box, but it also just did not look like there was anywhere else to put it.
I agree with that. It did kind of look like a prank, though. Like someone had gone into the restroom and it's like, oh, let's slide them.
Let's lock them in there.
Yeah.
Now, I've already complained about this on our show recently. Halloween, I know we say it every year. It comes out earlier every year. My first notice of Halloween this year was on July 8th, 4 days after the 4th of July. I just mentioned I went shopping this weekend. Halloween is everywhere. Home Goods, TJ Maxx.
Really?
Halloween is everywhere already. Like, you can go shopping for all your Halloween. It's at Costco.
I mean, I guess it's just the next decoratable holiday. No one's decorating for Labor Day.
No. It is the next one, but it's still several months away.
Yeah.
And I get that for stores that are selling stuff. I'm curious when a place like Firehouse Subs is going to put up a 25-foot skeleton. That seems like you don't do that till September 1st, maybe at the earliest. And September in LA is hot. So
they have to go through all of August with that box blocking their bathroom.
That's what I'm wondering. I feel like it's your job to update us on when that box moves.
I'll go by daily. I'll give you a timestamp.
You should get like a little mini cam you can just put in there and just keep an eye on it.
I'll put it in the bathroom.
Yeah, but you should put a little cam in the bathroom.
Right by the blocked bathroom. Yeah. I'll put it in the toilet.
There you go.
Because that'll see the skeleton.
Totally legal.
Yeah. And I would catch your hookup with that fireman.
You would have seen it. You could have sold it. Everyone would love to see that.
The only other thing that I have in the not good was their hot sauce station. I hate a sticky bottle. I'm not here to put my partner on blast, but like, she's not the type of person who will like wipe down toothpaste or something or condiments in the fridge.
Don't.
Soy sauces, sticky bottles.
No.
Not into it.
You can't.
And they had that here.
No. Yeah, I guess, stuff like that's a bummer. It's fine if it's a super busy place, but it wasn't. Give those bottles a little wipe down. You know what I hate more than a sticky bottle? A sticky packet. Like if a ketchup or something is popped in a big pile of ketchups and I pick one up and it's sticky, I'm so grossed out.
I hate that.
By a sticky packet. Oh, this is what was my bad for them. They have a big sign. They had a sign saying that they had packets of A1 sauce. I love A1 sauce and I never see it in packets and I like packets because I can steal them. they said they don't have packets. And it sounded like they haven't had them in a while because no one was asking for the packets.
Yeah. Yeah, they literally gave the reason as we weren't moving them.
Which makes sense because I don't think of A1 as a Subway condiment. But
yeah,
sticky bottle, no good.
It's an attention to detail thing, I think. I don't know. I feel like I trust people whose bottles aren't sticky.
Mm-hmm.
What? Where did your brain go with that?
I'm just a disgusting person. If you came to my house, you'd probably pass out and die.
I'm not a germaphobe.
I'm basically a hoarder. Trust me, you would pass out and die.
Okay.
I don't even want you to see in my car. You'll hit me.
I thought I saw a pool noodle.
I got 2. I don't even have a pool.
That's real, by the way.
But I house sit and they have pools, so I bought my own noodles.
Wait, is that really why you have those?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I house sit at places that have pools, so I bring my own noodles. Because I can't swim. What do you want me to drown?
No.
I got to bring my own noodles.
They
were those noodles were only $1 at Five Below.
Get like the floaty mats.
I like the noodles. I had 2 noodles under my arms. I just float and think about life.
Yeah, sticky bottles and a big skeleton blocking the bathroom.
Those are the negatives.
Those are the negatives for me.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. Like, this wasn't a bad experience.
No, very, very stock photo.
The most disappointing thing was the subs. So let's get into what was just there, and we'll talk about these just very average run-of-the-mill bland subs.
This is a weird one. I'm not quite sure what to say about it. Yeah, this is for the stuff that is just there.
So I got the pepperoni pizza meatball sub sans cheese.
Oh, I thought you added the pepperoni. I thought that was like your own invention.
No, like they had a special, the pepperoni pizza meatball. And I was like, I like pepperoni. Honestly, I like pepperoni pizza and I'll eat it with cheese. But like, take the ingredients of cheese and of pizza and reconfigure them, and I won't eat them. So yeah, it's all psychological. I understand that.
Cheese would have made that sandwich a lot better.
Maybe.
And in the last month, I've become kind of a pepperoni snob. I went to like an Italian deli and got in deli. I've also a little bit more of a sandwich snob, just because there's places in LA that have really great Italian subs.
Yeah.
Like delis and stuff. And I went to one in Eagle Rock Italian Deli or something like that, and got an Italian sandwich. And in the refrigerated section, they were selling like sliced pepperoni, which I get like Hormel and just eat it as a snack. So I bought that. I couldn't believe how much better it was than like a Hormel pepperoni. It was like not metallic-y at all. It was just like really good. So now I feel a little spoiled on pepperoni.
This one tasted just so
steamed.
It just felt like low grade.
Yeah, that's how the cheese felt too.
And it was a little too thin. I like thick cut pepperoni. I love like cupped pepperonis. Like, have you had Prince Street Pizza?
I have.
Their pepperonis are kind of like the standard for me. Maybe a little crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
And it just wasn't up to snuff. And then the meatball itself was it was like the meatball you find inside of SpaghettiOs, just bigger. But it was like, this doesn't seem fresh.
Which is what is disappointing is when you gave me those 3 terrible options of restaurant I want to go to, and I picked this one. I picked it because the reviews I read did say like they have really high quality meats. Everyone was like praising their meats. And I was like, I came to find out that they're like kind of lame meats that are steamed. Like it was I was kind of surprised by it all.
Yeah, I was expecting more. I remember liking them more from the time I had them in college. I remember getting the meatball sub and being like, oh, this is pretty good.
Maybe it's changed over time, or we've just had better food since then.
I think that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just, it needed more seasoning. Like it didn't have enough going on. I think they were relying on just the meat. And I'm like, but you got to do something with it. Like put some oregano in your meatball or something. Like, I don't know. Give me something. 5.5.
The Italian one, it was like only 3 meats. It was like pepperoni, salami, and ham. Like I feel like when you get a good Italian sub, there's like all those meats in it that I can't pronounce. There's like a bunch of different sliced meats. Like ham is like would be low on my list for an Italian sub. And it should have been a red flag that instead of like oil and vinegar, they did Italian dressing, which just seems so kind of like
a weird choice.
Like I don't feel like in Italy they're pulling out like wishbone and pouring it on their sandwiches. Yeah. You just want like a nice clean oil and vinegar.
I don't even know if I took a look at your sandwich.
Well, here, I'll grab it. Do you want me to? I have it.
You can.
Yeah, let's show.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, I doubt I don't know that I'll actually eat it later, but I feel bad. I mean, it's just so like, that's my can't look. It's just like.
That cross section is like, what, 70% bread?
Yeah, it's like all bread. I don't know. I definitely won't eat this. Do you want this?
No.
I'll give this to you. Here,
I don't want
this
it.
will be my treat for you.
I'm really okay.
But yeah, it's just super basic. Very like, I guess it's a corporate sandwich. It's not like a, homemade fun mom and pop sandwich.
I will say there was another element of my sandwich that I asked about and they confirmed and then didn't do. When I was looking on the Firehouse Subs website, I wasn't necessarily looking at this location. And one of the sides they offer is fresh baked garlic bread, which I am all about. It was the thing I was most excited about coming in. And then they said the pepperoni pizza meatball sub comes on garlic bread.
Wow.
As opposed to, and then later
they told you that here?
I saw it in the sign and I was like, oh, that comes on garlic bread. And they were like, yeah. And then they asked me white or wheat, which is.
You're like garlic, bitch.
Yeah. And I said white, assuming I was like, oh, are they going to like fresh slather the like garlic spread or whatever? And like, it's going to be super fresh. And then in hindsight, I'm like, wait, I didn't get any garlic bread. And that's what I wanted. That's the thing that enticed me the most.
Sold you on it.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
And so it was just very bland and I didn't get that. And like garlic bread's like one of my favorite foods. Do you have anything else in Just There?
No, I think Just There's kind of the overall vibe. I mean, I don't like to be a negative Nelly. What I said to you when I was there is I don't think on my own accord I would go back. I feel like I had the same experience at Jimmy John's. I think I only went there once. It was fine. I never craved it and I never went back.
Yeah.
Subway, I had it my whole childhood. And
I don't like Subway.
I'm so over it. I never go there anymore. I don't like the smell of it when I walk in.
I am literally reminded when I went for the show, a woman walked past Subway talking to herself. I was like, damn, is that smell Subway? And
liked it?
Walked in and then she went, that's nasty, and just left.
I
want
to marry that woman.
Is that smell coming from Subway?
Yeah, they all have that exact same fresh baked bread smell.
It was damn, that's crazy, not that's nasty.
Damn,
which is
that's
almost
crazy.
even better. Just damn, that's crazy that Subway can muster that smell.
That is really funny. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Like Jersey Mike's, I don't even associate with the smell. Not that Jersey Mike's is amazing, but there's just something. It is good. Like,
They're a step
I enjoy
above.
it. They're a step above. And I've grown. I don't usually like a different flavored bread. I'm a plain guy, but I have grown to really like you won't like it, the rosemary Parmesan bread. Very good.
Did you know that they used to like sell a sandwich, but instead of bread, it's in a pickle?
No.
Crazy.
I don't need that much pickle.
I don't either.
Though I have been on a pickle kick lately. I've been eating a lot of pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like society has been forcing a lot of pickles on us lately. Just a lot of restaurants they're in their pickles.
It's probably the cheapest thing you can. It's a cucumber. It's like cheap.
Pickles now are what bacon was 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
That maybe. My dad, we make pickle. My dad makes pickles. So I would, for a long time, would only eat my dad's pickles. But now I've branched out and I eat a lot of pickles. And I'm randomly into bread and butter pickles, which I was never into a sweet pickle. Currently I am.
Huh.
Life changes. Life moves on. We evolve, Michael. It's like
I'm not eating cheese.
I'm
not eating cheese.
Just
John.
eat some cheese.
No.
It's so good. So you've never had a elote?
No.
You're missing out on all the great things in life.
No, I'm not.
Man, what a fool. You're going to be on your deathbed and be like, I was a fool.
I should have.
Like the only restaurant in the hospital is Firehouse Subs. Do you want one?
No, it's going to be Melting Pot. you need.
Wait, how did you do Melting Pot?
They have meat and they have dessert. My guests did the cheese portion, but I did like the oil and meat and then the chocolate.
Got it.
Yeah. And then the last thing I have in Just There is the hot sauce that I tried. They had their hot sauce bar. I wanted to try one. I got the Bee Sting, which is honey and habanero hot sauce. Because my favorite hot sauce, it's a brand called ATX Hot Sauce. They're Austin, Texas based, and they have a honeybee habanero, like It's like garlic, honey, and habanero together. It's delicious. Goes with breakfast burritos, goes with like pizza. It's just great on everything. So I was like, okay, it's a similar taste profile, honey and habanero, but this was almost like, it was way too sugary. It almost tasted like a spicy version of the KFC honey packet.
That's like honey. What? That has a weird name. It's
Hot
not
honey.
No, it's like honey. Maybe it is product. It's not honey. They can't call it honey. It's like honey flavored liquid or something.
Ugh.
It's like some weird name.
That's what this reminded me of. And so I put a little bit on my sandwich and was just like, this
Sucks.
it's too sugary. Like it didn't add anything. And I love hot sauces. So I just expected more from it. Again, I'm not trashing that sauce, but it's definitely not doing it for me.
Have you ever done the hot sauce challenge? Hot Ones has like you can just buy the set.
Yeah, I've done it 2 different seasons.
I've done it twice. I'm not a fan. I can't do it. It's just too much for me.
I just think the bombs taste bad, but the like ones that are usually hotter than the bomb, I think taste pretty good usually. I like the last dab.
I don't like the way they smell. I don't like the way they taste. I just like buffalo sauce, like mild buffalo sauce.
I put the last dab in spaghetti sauce when I cook it, just to give it like, a little bit, but like gives the whole thing a kick. And
Got it.
It's a good flavor. I like it. Cool. That's everything that is just there. We got to rate the place, but before we do it, you need to calibrate your scale. We know Chili's is the perfect 5. Objectively speaking, Chili's is the most average experience you could get. But you haven't been to the 100+ restaurants I've been to. So I need to know your 10. I need to know your 0. So we're going to stop at this week's calibration station.
Calibration station. Comparing this meal to the best of the worst. Calibration station. Chugga, 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 choo, choo.
Okay, Jon. I just need you to calibrate for me. So I need to hear about your worst dining experience ever, your best dining experience ever, your 0 and your 10. You can start with whichever one you'd like.
Okay, so I don't know that I'm going to give you exactly what you want here. Yeah, I may on my best. These were hard for me because...
And they don't have to be chains.
Right.
Yeah.
But for my worst, I'm going to be a little more convoluted than giving you a place. Because it would take a lot for me to never go back to a restaurant.
Sure.
But what grinds my gears, what burns my buns is, you said it earlier, I don't consider myself overly picky, but I do have requests. I hate tomatoes. I don't ever want a tomato on my food. I will never order a tomato. I usually don't want onions. I usually don't want things on my food.
Is it tomato as
just tomatoes?
Flavor?
I can have sauce.
Marinara,
sure.
Totally fine.
Yeah, unless there's chunks in it. That'll gross me out.
Yeah.
But sure. A smooth marinara, ketchup, all those are great. I don't like a lot of foods to get hot. I don't like lettuce on a hot sandwich. It gets hot. I don't like it. I'm a very slow eater. Things get hot. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So maybe I am picky. So the restaurants that I hate are, and it happens, I would say, 88, your birthday. No, 89, Taylor Swift's birthday. Percent of the time is I will put in a request like no tomato, no whatever.
Yeah.
And they put it on there anyway.
Yeah. I get that with cheese.
Almost all the time, I'm sure. Because they're just kind of robotically making these things and they don't pay attention. It happens so often. And I get home and no, it is not that big of a deal to take lettuce or tomato or onions off your food, but it's sloppy and it ruins the experience. And I'm just tired of it. And just listen.
I think pickle and tomato and cheese are kind of the things where if they accidentally put it on, you can't really come back from, because cheese and pickle and tomato both have so much like
juice and
flavor and juice that seeps in. So it
I agree.
Flavors
Pickles
it.
Suck.
And then cheese, by nature of just kind of being a melty thing, it's like
you can't.
So yeah, I
but
do
it's
get
also
that.
like I'm not going to drive. I usually eat at home, so I'm not going to drive back over there. So usually what happens is I call them. They're like, "We'll put your name on a list. Next time you're here, you can ask for it." I never do that. My name's on. Marisa and I joke about it. My name's probably on every restaurant list in this town. I have something free everywhere because everyone messes up all the time.
Yeah.
So that is what really bums me out as far as a restaurant. So on that scale, that's what it would make a very bad experience for me. It's just
so
not
that's your
getting
0.
what I order.
Okay.
I'm not going to put a name on the restaurant because so many do it.
Right.
And I will put a name on one of my favorite restaurant experiences, and that's Dan Tana's. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I've heard of it.
Very old school Hollywood. It is like, prices were ridiculous before prices were ridiculous. And I went there a couple months ago, and I think it's $46 for chicken parmesan. It is just like, everything is so expensive, but I love the food. Every time I've been, it's with like a great group of friends. If you eat inside, you're packed in there. You always see some Hollywood, you see a David Spade or someone who's famous, and there's like millions of pictures of like old time famous people because it's been there since like the I Love Lucy heydays of Hollywood. I love the nostalgia of it. I love how expensive it is because usually when I'm there, someone else is paying, so I don't have to worry about it. But I feel like the taste of the food justifies it. So for me, that's my number one. And just people not listening is that's my 10, that's my high, and people messing up my orders the low.
Gotcha. So somewhere between tomatoes on a sandwich and the possibility of seeing David Spade lies today's experience at Firehouse Subs. We're going to put it to the Chili's test.
It's time to set scale. Will it pass or will it fail? Is it the worst? Is it the best? Put it to the Chili's test.
All right, John. It's the moment of truth. Firehouse Subs could be an above average restaurant or a below average restaurant. If it's better than Chili's, it's above average. I'm going to let you run down your final thoughts on Firehouse and then give it a score.
All right. So looking at your board, I'm a little flamungened that White Castle is the lowest scored restaurant here because I love White Castle. Though granted, sometimes White Castle, when I order it, is disgusting.
Can I just say, I would expect White Castle to be the favorite thing specifically of someone who identifies as a hoarder. Like, it just feels like a place
that seems unnecessary. Why? Because you order the hamburgers by the sack?
Wow. A place that sells a Crave case seems like I have newspapers piled high.
You're trash. Let's wrap this up. I like White Castle because I grew up on White Castle. That's a lot of the reasons we like the things we like is because it's what we grew up on. I grew up on bags of White Castle. I love it. I get it every time I go to Ohio.
Yeah.
Definitely not the best. Definitely not the worst. Somewhere near the middle. Maybe a little better than, a little north of 5 and a little naughtier than 5. I'm going to have to go Firehouse Subs for me is a 6.69.
Naughty. More like nice.
A little naughty, a little nice.
Yeah, I'm not that high. I really liked the vibe of the place. I'm just a big fan for like crisp, colorful decor.
That goes backlots and movie sets.
It goes a long way for me.
Setty, yeah.
Yeah. Servers, very nice. But at the end of the day, you're a sandwich shop and your sandwich didn't cut it. So I went ever so slightly higher than what I would consider the zone of mediocrity, 4 to 6. I went 6.06.
Oh, wow.
So when you put my score together with your score, Firehouse Subs goes up on the tchotchke of mediocrity at...
Let me guess, 6.37.
6.38.
Damn, I'm like Einstein.
You got it wrong.
Yeah, but I was 0.1 away.
Yeah, he's known for E equals MC squared-ish.
You know what? You're a bad man. You're a bad man. There we are.
All right.
Where was Costco? Where was my last one?
Costco was 5.68.
Wow, so you've really served me 2 duds. I can't wait to come back.
I just realized Costco and Jersey Mike's have like the same logo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that does mean that Firehouse Subs is definitively better than Chili's.
Better than the Chili's. Objectively good.
That is Firehouse Subs. I need to go somewhere next week, or do I? Next week kicks off Septemberger, my annual burger tournament. Someone else will win the Septemberger championship belt.
Does somebody really get that?
No, but brands, I buy a new side plate that like features the winner.
That's fine.
So like there's one for Outback and there's one for In-N-Out, the previous 2 years winners. So get your brackets in. This year I'm doing it a little bit differently. It's just whose bracket is the closest, because I've had 2 years where no one went 7 for 7 on all the match predictions.
I've never understood a bracket. I don't know what it means. I know people just put together fantasy teams. Is that the same thing? I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do anyone who's like the closest, you'll be put into a drawing to win Septemberger. And if you win, you can tell me a restaurant anywhere in the country that I haven't covered that you want to see me review. And I will write a rap song about either you or any food or restaurant related thing that you want me to produce a rap song about. Have you heard any of my raps?
Are you one of those people like, my name is Mike and I'm here to say?
Yes. I am.
I eat shitty food all damn day.
Yeah,
Maybe I should be a rapper.
These aren't improv. I'm not freestyling.
You should. You don't have confidence. Rappers have in spades confidence.
I don't have a quick working brain.
Maybe if you ate cheese.
I'm broken. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on again. Thanks so much for being here. If you want to tell people where they can follow you on social media.
Oh, God, I'm bad about that. Please check out my podcast, On Brand with Jon and Marisa. We are on all social medias, either under, it changes, either onbrandthepod.com or onbrandthepodcast.com. We drop new episodes every Thursday. Very fun way to learn about all of your favorite brands. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube. We have a Patreon, we have a Discord. We got it all. So check us out. On Brand with Jon and Marisa.
Amazing. And you can follow this show on Instagram and TikTok at Fine Dining Podcast. Blue Sky, finediningpodcast.bsky.social. Join my Discord. Come chat with me. Come yell at me. Come tell me Jon is right about all his takes about me that have made me feel like I am lesser than.
Don't say that.
Lesser than.
Your name is Mike and you're here to say.
I don't eat cheese and I never
Jon
will,
is gay.
okay?
Okay, well, they both work.
My rap will be so much better than that.
Okay.
The September
we'll
rap.
see.
Awesome. And I also have a Patreon where you can get an exclusive Fine Dining episode every single month, as well as the full extended Yelp from Strangers segments. And I'm also dropping an interview with the show's composer about what it's like coming up with all these like fun little musical jingles and ditties and transition bits that I have, because I love bits.
No, that's great. I'm glad that you do.
What do you hate?
And if you're going to be in the North Hollywood area anytime soon, probably in September, be sure to drive past the Firehouse Subs on Lancashire and see a 25-foot skeleton.
I will update you when that happens. Awesome. Well, that's another one in the books. Thanks so much for joining. I'll see you next week for the Septemberger kickoff show.
Have a fine day.
Well, there's another one in the books. We judge the service up to the cooks, and while we may have gotten a couple of dirty looks, no, the journey can never stop. Now from the bottom down to the top, we got a new MO and everything's unlocked. And that's 'cause Chili's to the letter to the T is the perfect cornerstone of mediocrity. So now we got a brand new kind of test. That's the words we gotta know, 'cause we should ain't know it yet. Triple dipper got the ribs, a main course, perfect little in the middle. It's good, now it's got to be the lock for what we use when we put things up on the charge gate. Mediocrity. So there's another one in the books, yeah, there's another one in the books, and we will see you next week, baby.
Have a fine day.